how old was Thomas? He was about 5 years old. I think Thomas was 5 years old when we got started, and we were going through a tough time, and I really just thought it would be a great opportunity for him to build his self-esteem and his confidence, and I've been pleased above and beyond by where he's been able to take that. I absolutely have seen a remarkable change every year. He seems to develop more so, and particularly as it relates to his self-esteem and his confidence. And it's really helped him in school, and it's really helped him focus.
From a cost standpoint, it was fair. It was, we were gonna spend that money anyway to put him into a YMCA program or something. So we just saw it as an opportunity to finally get him into something that he's always asked us for. And we asked him, if we do this, will you give us a commitment and follow through with this? And he assured us that he would. And that's 2 summers ago now. So for the past 2 years, Renny's participated in the summer camp program and continues to come back as a student as well. He absolutely loves it. Some of the great things that has happened for Renny as a result, in school his grades have gone up. He is primarily an A and B student. He actually gets really disappointed with himself when he gets a B. He feels like he's a straight A student. He's very well disciplined. Some of the places where I've seen this school really help him, a couple instances where there were some bullies in school, and Renny could have lost his temper. Renny actually kept his cool and chose the right way to go about it, and it's actually worked out. And just some things that I'm constantly proud of my son because of a lot of the values that I think have been instilled not only from good parenting but also just being around good people, such as Jeff Ellis School of Karate. And he loves it here and likes to keep coming back, and hopefully this will be the 3rd summer that he'll participate in summer camp here and just continue to keep on that path and continue to grow. I think that this is one of the things that Renny will be able to look back on and say, karate made me a much more disciplined person to be able to have the dedication I need to do what I need to do to be successful.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vishal Parikh. I'm currently a medical student at the University of Pittsburgh. I've been training here at International Karate Centers with Jeff Ellis for the last 15 to 14 years, since I was about 7 years old. The main reason I actually ended up coming here to International Karate Centers was because I wasn't the ideal kid. In fact, I was one of the kids who would talk during class, lose interest very quickly, never really turn in my homework on time. So my parents would bring me here to karate and tell Sheetz, do what you need to with my son and make sure he can be the best person he can. And so through karate training, I became much more disciplined by working hard during class, standing straight is one of the things, and practicing a lot after class, realizing that there are things that require focus and effort. By doing that, I was able to apply to school by getting my work done on time, so I could even make karate classes. Along with that, I would pay more attention in class. I didn't talk as much. I actually let other people talk. And in addition to that, as I started playing more sports, I became more focused in practice. I knew how important it was to be physically fit. So I would apply karate not only academically, but also physically in sports. Furthermore, in social life, it makes a big difference. I actually pay attention to people. I don't just ramble on about things that are important to me. I understand what else is going on. I actually was able to understand the principles of modesty, courtesy, integrity, self-respect, perseverance, and in spirit. So all I can say is International Karate Centers has done a great job of making me a strong individual who will be respectable as a doctor in the future.
And from a parent's point of view, the one thing we really liked and appreciated, and probably the reason why we stayed here, was the fact that Sheetz Ellis really holds the kids' feet to the fire, not only in the karate, but in helping them become a better person. A lot of times at the end of a lesson, there might be a 5 or 10 minute talk on things that they need to do around the house, helping out around the house, and things that really help them become a better person.
Hi, my name is Scott Tincher. I'm a 3rd degree black belt, studying with Jeff Ellis International Karate Centers, starting in 1985. So it's been a been a couple years. I'm 31 now. Started when I was 10 years old. I actually started probably like probably a number of students started. I had bullies growing up. Here I am a couple decades later, and that's not why I stayed with it. There's self-confidence that I've gained from it. There's discipline. I'm currently a certified public accountant, which, if you ask any CPA, is not something that's easy to accomplish. It takes a lot of discipline. I'd love to tell you that I passed the exam the first time. I think about 90% of people that take it don't pass it the first time. It takes some discipline to apply yourself, to get knocked down the first time you do it, but still have the tenacity to get back up and try it again. I'm currently the tax manager at a medical supply company in Twinsburg. I've been there for about 5 years. It's about a $500 million company, and I manage the tax group there. But looking back, just the discipline, the sense of purpose, the pride of doing something that you don't necessarily have to stop doing when you get to a certain age. My son, who's now 8, started taking karate a couple years ago, and he's also doing soccer, and he's doing some other things, but those other things will probably at one point stop being part of the picture. But looking at myself and friends that I've studied with, the martial arts isn't something that you ever outgrow. You're learning the same lessons, but you're learning them in new ways, and you just continue development. Continue development to develop them. And I honestly can't think of too many areas in my life, if any, that I don't use them. I use them in my job. I used them to get into Ohio State. I used it to get through Ohio State. I've used it in public accounting. I've used it in my marriage. I've used it parenting. So it's just something that continues to evolve. They're skills that maybe I could have made this, achieved the same goals without them. I think it would have been much more difficult and quite possibly not possible to do them without it. So I'm very glad that I had all those skills. As I said, my son's now been doing it for a couple of years, and I'm very glad that he's doing it because I want to see him develop those same skills. So I think it's something that unfortunately not enough people do for the skills and the benefit that you get out of it. But if it's something that that you can use, which I don't know anybody that can't use them or wouldn't want their children to have them, then I think pursuing that is definitely something that you want to look at.
I would recommend Jeff Ellis's karate school for anybody who has a child who is looking for them to gain the self-esteem, the self-confidence, the self-discipline. One of the things that he always teaches is that great is better than good, and you always want to be great. So I would recommend him hands down over anybody else.